Tamatumani agagui yatini 1994 igluring mute nutaqangituni yoyunnarsilormata akikangituni haaqertorsiutinik taunangat Ontario nunangannik tavailai chaivarorchuk qanunguna pigiartuvini taana akikangituni haaqerotinu annorani tuniyollusi taunangat Toronto
taanari ila Toronto millarungittigura Toronto qanigijani taana piyausimayu ilisayikuta hakiqatausu nguyuqtau atatanga tawana piliqillornermat waangila piqutivigijuani taani tikittoqaligaajo immaqa ajornangava pinasuaqasiulaartumi tikilaartuksoi
he ila qanortamanna saqqittuvini haaqertinilluni uvaruni haaqi association nguyuni uvani igluring
Hockey Association kun larungittugalu kisani tusaumalernermaqqaitaanna 4,600 pounds taima tikiligai imanna haaqertorsu tin naamattiarlutin nutaqqannu naamayu taikku oqausiuloortu 450 go saaqiyaaruutiullarpun amma goal equipment 16 naamalluartun goal equipment tikittoqaligaallarmat immaqautamaani 250 hockey sticks taikku haakirutausu imana naamattiarlulitaan tikilaartu maanna sivataarluunaartumiggo aaruaamun naksiujaunallermata amma first day kutaakkua angirtismaanillerlutigut akiqangittukkun iniksaqalituarpu first day kun usijauinnernerartavik
Taakkuatak vatikilormata igluringmut tunioqqartauraalertuguunnu taqqanut haakertorsiutitaarunnangittunik soorlu ilauqattarumayuugaluat nivujoyunnangittunut ajoqsartunut tamakkuai ilaak akituyoruluummata takva Jeff O'Keefe ilisaiujoq igluringmi 6 ni isiganik takineqartoq
It all started, my father, he's retired, and he had lots of time on his hands, and last year I played hockey here in Igloolik, and I was telling him about how so many kids are dying to play hockey but didn't have enough equipment or didn't have the equipment, and I told him how expensive it was. So when I was a kid, he was right into hockey, and he was right into minor hockey, so he hates seeing kids who can't play hockey. So he decided he would do something about it. He started making some phone calls to see who would help him out, and he got support from his local newspaper as well as from some other places. And when he found out that he would get some advertisement, he decided to do it, and so he just started advertising that anybody who had extra hockey equipment, please drop it off at Sears or at Zellers and different places around town. And so people started donating it, and he got 4 or 5 front page covers in his local newspaper, and then it got picked up by the Canadian Press, and so it started spreading around Ontario. So at the beginning he just thought about Welland doing it, and as soon as Canadian Press picked it up, it started getting in all kinds of newspapers around Ontario. From there he started getting phone calls. He got phone calls from Toronto, he got phone calls from southwestern Ontario, northern Ontario, all over the place. And people weren't just saying, I've got equipment, they were saying, I want to do it for you too. So people in places like Kincardine, Ontario, and Toronto, Ontario, and Hamilton, Ontario, started collecting equipment themselves. And so people kept bringing equipment to him, and not just one set of hockey equipment. People were bringing him like a whole truckload of equipment. And so it started going crazy. He was like, he didn't expect so much equipment. He thought, you know, if we could get enough skates for 100 kids or something, he'd be happy. But people started bringing van loads of hockey equipment and goalie equipment. He got 16 full sets of goalie equipment one day. Somebody donated it from the Hamilton Minor Hockey Association. And so he started thinking about, well, now how's he going to get it here? That was the next problem. So he found a trucking company in Welland called Tallman Trucking, and they agreed to drive it to Ottawa, to the First Air office in Ottawa. And so they did that. And then First Air agreed to bring up 2,000 kilograms, which is about 4,400 pounds on freight available. So it's all last Saturday it got delivered to Ottawa, to the airport in Ottawa. And now we're just waiting for it to, First Air's got it. So as soon as they can get it up here, whenever there's freight available and whenever there's space available, we'll be getting in hockey equipment. So my dad's done his part, and now we got to do our part here in Igloolik. We got to figure out how we're going to get it to the kids and who's going to get it. And so we had a meeting with minor hockey, and we sat down and we tried to figure out who's going to get the equipment. And so we decided that we'd have the kids fill out forms, and then we'd look at them and see who wants to play the most and who can't wait to play, and boys and girls included. And then when it's here, we're going to have a big day on a Saturday at the community hall. And we're just going to take 10 kids at a time and get them fully suited until all the equipment's gone. So that's a lot of equipment. The total is 4,700 pounds. There's over 450 pairs of skates, 250 hockey sticks, about 100 pairs of shoulder pads, about 100 pairs of pants, 100 pairs of shin pads, and everything else. People donated trophies, people donated pucks, people donated lots of stuff. So I think it's just going to make minor hockey in Igloolik great. So the next step is, once the kids have the equipment, is getting them playing hockey. And so that's the whole purpose of this thing, is to get as many kids playing hockey as we possibly can. And there's also girls figure skates. Girls want hockey equipment, so we're going to let the girls have hockey equipment. And I think there's going to be so many pairs of skates that we're going to have skates left over. And once the kids are all suited up, then we'll start giving it away to the adults. So I don't want to hang on to any of the equipment. I got no place for it. I live in a small house, so I just want it all gone, as many people skating and playing hockey as possible. That's what I want. One young boy donated a pair of skates, put his name and address in the skates because he wanted a pen pal. So my dad's forwarding along that letter and the address and the whole bit so that I can give it to a kid and to be a pen pal. I'm hoping maybe the Hamlet will give us a letter of thank you, and things like that. Just letters of thank you would be wonderful. Just saying thank you, that's all.